stuff they do will offering any product under the sun. Because that's the game. People want liquidity provided to them. Okay. If they know that what they're getting into there, that's different. Even even like my lack of support at times for like Bitcoin and not Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, they're all flawed. So I'm not on that. I'm just like, okay, Coinbase, why would you clear funds from my bank telling me they didn't hit, and then they clear from my bank anyways, and you sell my crypto telling me that the money didn't hit, and now all of a sudden I call customer service. There's no supervisor, and you're talking about now I have to dig up bank statements. What you guys do when you feel like you can get away with it is you just have that small percentage of money that shows up every year because of badass customer service, and you guys know that shit. I know I'm not the only one. I don't really give a fuck if you ban my account in the future or da 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 da, because nobody's relying off of just you to get rich. You guys provide a good service when it comes to literally being the only ones in the industry to have any regulation because you guys are American. That's besides that. There's not too many reasons to use Coinbase if you're not buying alts, like, and you don't worry about like withdrawing immediately, and you willing to let the funds clear. And the exchange is safe. Like the only other exchange that I'm thinking about right now is Kraken. I already made an account with them, so I'm in the process of just switching over because this is ridiculous. I'm like, you guys might not care about losing customers now, but I think they will in the future. Because it's not just me, though, that makes that a problem. Like, I wouldn't just say it's just me that would make that a problem. How are you pissing off the small percentage of people that are actually going to retain their Satoshi net worths going into the future? They're never going to give you service again because you're fucking them over for like $50. Then you got to think about that. You guys believe in Bitcoin so much, you would rather steal people's crypto liquidity with slight fuck up slippage or whatever, claim you can't solve it even though you took the money. How the fuck? So how was Coinbase? My question is, how was Coinbase on the stock market with Indian customer service? That's the only question I got for them. Like, they're shady profitable. Don't think they're profitable because they do shit correctly morally. No, they're just shady profitable. It's the same thing with USDC. It's shady profitable. Like, they have connections with the Federal Reserve, juggernaut mafia, literally liquidity providers. Like, you're not gonna beat them because all the capital that they have, they just ganged up on you. So that's the only thing that Coinbase does. Like, and I'm not just saying that because I lost $50. I don't really care about the 50. It's the fact that they think they can get away with this shit. Oh no, I'm watching out for y'all because how they feel is if you can only buy and sell through them, if they decide you fuck up, oh, it's like, oh, you can't pay for your living expenses now, and that's not what we do because we're just an exchange handling billions of fucking dollars that people sell every day in order to eat. So now, oh, we decided you can't sell in this niche industry to get quick liquidity. So for this day, you can actually have a fucking meal. Like that's the problem with Coinbase. So watch out for them. I've of all these brokers got issues. Every broker has a liquidity problem. The only liquidity in Bitcoin can have liquidity problems. It's just how that liquidity is built over time, in my opinion, has been a better establishment of reliability depending on when you bought. At least that's insurance versus you just willy nilly with an exchange and they just decide one day. that money is gone, that money will be gone. I guess that's a lesson I learned today. Because I don't mind learning this lesson. That's not the problem. Oh, I learned the lesson. Make it cheap though. Don't make it fucking thousands of dollars. so so now next time when I'm fucking with Coinbase, uh it just has to be multiple transactions. You withdraw before you do another transaction. That's that. Don't be triggering shit. I guess technically they can claim at any time. You weird shit. It's fucking weird because I'm like, why? Who the fuck is this? I'm like, that has never happened to me before. I'm like, how the fuck do you have billions of dollars offloading all your? I'm like, you cannot be talking about you're that profitable. If Coinbase was that profitable, they would have more Bitcoin than they sell off. How much Bitcoin have they lost by miscalculating, timing the market and shit? And then you want to offload your risk by having shitty customer service. You would attract more liquidity by actually having shit get solved in a day. That's the problem with these companies is like dog shit customer service. Because you guys think people won't pull their liquidity. Like if somebody decides that they're never going to give you liquidity, then that's greater opportunity risk than you taking on that little shitty even if those satoshis appreciate in value, you will still never get more satoshis I get from you than you get from me then going forward. And you might be like, oh well, if they already robbed off on you, you can't get back. No shit. We're talking about people that actually make it in these markets somewhat. You're not gonna keep giving all your fucking liquidity to the like. And don't get me wrong, I paid this little fuck ass fee for like $1. Like, don't get me wrong, I paid that little fucking. I barely show shit. I paid that little fuck ass fee because the problem is, why are you charging my specific bank for currency that you give me is real, right? Currency that you give me is real on your real order books. Where's your liquidity? What the fuck? Where's your liquidity? You're worried about my liquidity. You got literal money on the books in the same account. Fucking brokerages don't even do this shit. They'll actually sell off everything. These motherfuckers would only take my USDC in my account to settle this debt. They wouldn't even let me sell for USDC because your systems are so fucked up that when my money actually clears and you issue me crypto, your books are so fucked up you don't even know if the crypto you gave me after my funds actually clear is real. Because how the fuck are you charging me for money that you just issued me? That's a liquidity problem. That's why I instantly hopped on here and exposed this shit. Because I'm like, it's not just getting the 50 took, that's the scam. It's every other single aspect of why this just took place that is a scam. The fuck? I'm not saying they don't provide liquidity to the order books. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying, watch out for all, like, to watch out for every other exchange. But Coinbase being the big bad boy, oh, they think they can get away with shit. They think they can get away with shit. It's white collar crime. I'm just calling it out. It's white collar crime. I guess this is my first taste of that. Because this is just criminals in suits. Like, we already knew that, like, the only thing good about criminals in suits is the way they kill people is just not with knives. It's just really slowly by taking the food out of people's mouths. So that's the only thing good about white collar crime. But all white collar crime, that's dog shit level crime. I never understood white collar crime for money. Crime families this, crime families that. You motherfuckers that don't actually value what you have to do to actually how you get money. No shit, you're gonna be limited on how much money you get. But the fact that you're actually not killing people, you think that legitimate lives are worth your paycheck. Okay, I mean, fuck. I'm not even trying to get Bible talk, Jehovah be showing motherfuckers, okay, you think you rich, you done. And I'm like, I'm not the perfect guy. I'm not the perfect like religion niggas. Like whatever the fuck you want to call me, a Christian. I believe in Jesus. I don't practice it well, but like shit, I'm kind of dog shit half the time and practicing it. But like just off what I know about like, okay, you think God forgot? Okay, okay. Yeah, that nigga don't forget shit. He not forget. He not Brian Armstrong. All the scammers you think you don't have to like give any. All the people you scammed already that you never be able to give retribution. It's the same shit as every rich nigga in finance. Okay, you get away with it for however long you're not dead. Basically, like it's not like a threat. It's saying like the only thing rich men fear is death. That's the only thing they can't buy their way out of. So when you get checked by the great equalizer and you gotta pay just in mass for all the shit you did over a lifetime that you want to explain away in a moment, but you did it over a lifetime because you meant that shit. So if you don't repent, you're cooked. You're cooked. Like, you reap what you sow, motherfucker. You're 6'7", you can get hit with an 8'9". But like, I don't know if that. I hope that's not like a gun number, because that's not what I'm talking about. I just mean like numbers. Um, I hope it's not because people be saying like 4 5, 4 5 6, 2 2. Combination numbers, and then there happens to be a number of a model and make it. It's not what I'm saying. This is not like a threat. Okay, I'm just saying that when we have those all natural expiration dates, and you deal spiritually negative by issuing negative consequences for other people, and those same consequences find you, don't bitch and moan. It's like finance is a dog eat dog, shark eat shark world. It's the same thing when you get into this. You're not worried about the afterlife. Nobody gives a fuck if you're worried about it. It comes for you. It don't. You don't go to it. Nobody said you're worried about it. Who gives a fuck if you're worried about the afterlife? Nobody. Like the only person that cares about if you're worried about what happens after this is God. Anybody besides that, and people that really connect with him on that level, like they're not really giving a fuck. So you fucking over future liquidity, taking it back to the basic level, just explain on how a business standpoint. Again, you're pissing off people that will not give you future returns. Think about that. You don't actually get most of your money just by holding Bitcoin. You have to maintain all that liquidity on the books. So your desperation on the books is shady enough on a select day to fuck over my liquidity that already cleared for $50? Oh no. Fuck the 50. Fuck the 50. I played the game. Fuck the 50. You won. You won. Because that's how finance works. You take that loss. You take that loss. And you say, what the fuck did you just do? We're getting back. And that's it. You can now if you get sent to zero, oh, they really won. Like they won. But as soon as you're not sent to zero, then they don't win. Then they don't win. Um and I'm honestly just I want to say the problem with bigger brokers. I'm not about to call out specific brokers, because they can advertise their services and say, hey, we advocate this many billions of dollars, and because that's how they prove that they want to help people. Then they're actually helping people because they can prove because they put billions keyword because they helped. No, it's like you only help people in these financial institutions when you actually stop having them lose money. It doesn't matter how many advertisement strategies you have for profit and management for the vehicles. If you're not actually, what I think the problem is in today's society, I think risk management is it's not talked about. Like you can't just get up out here and just keep calling shit high risk and talk about risk management. No, you have to get more detailed than that, and you don't have to just talk about that shit in financial fucking layers of books that are outdated in markets that don't give a fuck about that information. So it's like, you know, I'm just like, damn, Coinbase. I'm like, why would you? That's just weird, bro. Like, I mean, the only reason, I'll be honest, the only reason today I paid this fee because I have to be honest about how they get people. This is my only exchange right now, right? If something goes wrong, um, and I had all my money in here and I want to buy or sell, and my ability can't do that, that affects my future financial situations. And they know that and they abuse that on the retail customers. That's just my opinion. That's just my opinion. How they make money, okay, but you have to be honest about, at least on this retail side, that might come for them in the future in BTC terms. I'm not saying in USD terms. I'm saying in BTC terms. I think it could, it could, it could, because now this has me actually asking questions. What the fuck is happening behind the scenes? We don't know. We don't. We know. We think we know, but we don't know. We can't know because they have to have their private holdings. But there's always that risk that something goes wrong in their private holdings, and that's why paper Bitcoin is dangerous. And exchange Bitcoin is worse than paper Bitcoin. I'm gonna end this live and make another live. But I'm gonna explain that actually right now.